Okay, welcome everyone. This is week 2 of Root to Rise, 40 Days to Personal Revolution. This is the 30-minute sequence based upon the book by Baron Baptiste. So in week 2, we're going to focus on vitality. And when Baron talks about vitality, he refers to this being accessible to us at any time. So we think that we have to go somewhere or do something outside of the ordinary in order to rejuvenate ourselves or to find the sense of vitality. But today we're going to focus on finding vitality wherever you're at, right here, right now. He says, when we do what we know to be right and true, we are revitalized and renewed right where we live. So as you set an intention for your practice, focusing on your inner vitality that already lives within you, focusing on revealing this vitality right here, right now. So let's start in child's pose. Let your hips sink back and down towards your heels. You can spread your knees wide or draw your knees together, whatever would honor your body right here, right now. Letting your heart rest on the top of your thighs or releasing, pressing down towards the earth. Extend your arms out in front, forehead on the mat. Welcome in your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose, letting your lungs expand fully like a balloon. Then exhaling, just letting the breath fall out. With your eyes closed, let's take a few moments here, coming into your breath, becoming present here on your mat. We cultivated presence last week in week 1. So dropping out of the swirling thoughts of the mind, and with every breath in, coming into the present moment, and with every breath out, letting go of what no longer serves. Let's take 3 more breaths here together, inhaling fully into your backside body. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Big breath in, fill up. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Big breath in. Breathe in vitality. Feel your inner light ignite. Exhale and release. Good. Then tuck your toes under. Ground into your palms. Press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Find the external rotation in your arms, drawing your biceps forward, your triceps back, hips lifting high as your legs start to straighten. Maybe you pedal out your dog here, bending into one knee and then the other, pressing into the outside edges of your hips. Stay with your breath, maybe breathing the breath up your spine and then washing it down the backs of your legs as your heels start to melt towards the earth. Maybe you activate your Ujjayi breath, constricting the back of your throat, dragging the breath in, making that audible ocean sound, and then exhaling as you drag the breath out. One more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale and let it go. Inhale to look forward, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold, let's take ragdoll, top of the mat, feet hips width distance apart. Let your head hang heavy, your spine traction long. You can grab for opposite elbows or intensify this forward fold by clasping your hands at the nape of your neck. Soft bend in your knees. Take breath in to lift your hips high. Exhale, folding in a little deeper. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release your palms down towards the earth. Tuck your chin towards your chest and take a slight bend in your knees if you haven't already, and we'll roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Let your shoulders and your head be the last thing to stack. When you reach the top, roll your shoulders back and down, broaden across your collarbones and stand tall. Inhale, circle your arms up and overhead, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive, reach your heart forward as you forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, palms press into your shins or into the earth. Lengthen your spine, drawing your belly button in. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose, shoulders stacking over your wrists. Legs are straight and strong. Turn your tailbone forward so that you start to activate that slight C curve in your spine, hips in line with your shoulders. Good. Hold here for your breath in. Exhale, lower to hover, chaturanga. Hug your elbows in towards your rib cage. Inhale, lift your heart high for upward facing dog. Draw your arm bones back, dragging your heart forward. Press into the tops of your feet. Activate your core as you press back, downward facing dog. Moving with breath, keeping presence and activating and tapping into your innate vitality. Inhale, come to your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle your arms up and overhead. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, drag your hands through heart center. Close your eyes. Take a breath in. Holding here, breath out. Inhale, circle your arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive, release and fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale to lift your heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, back down dog. Good, let's pause here for 5 breaths in your down dog. Maybe circling your breath up your spine and washing it down the backs of your legs. Let your breath be audible. Finding presence here on your mat as you press your heart back towards the top of your thighs. One more big breath in. Exhale to release. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle your arms up to stand, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, circle your arms up to stand, up and overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, chair pose. Sink your hips back and down. Rock your weight into your heels. Stack your heart over your hips, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears as your arms draw back. Holding here, 3 more breaths in and out. Turn your tailbone to point down towards the earth, activating your core. Breath in. Exhale, belly button to spine. 1 more breath here in. Exhale, swan dive, release and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms plant, step or hop back, chaturanga, lowering to hover. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Flex your right toes towards the earth and press your right foot towards the back of the room or the back of the space that you're in as your heart presses back towards the top of your left thigh. Hold here for 1 more breath in. Exhale, step it through for warrior 1. Seal down the outside edge of your left foot. Inhale to rise, drawing your right hip back in line with the left. Relax through your shoulders and really seal the outside edge of your left foot down in the mat and use this pressure into your left foot to steer your right hip back. Hold here, breath in. Exhale, fold over your right leg, step back, plank pose, flow through a vinyasa. Moving with breath, finding expansion as you inhale and release as you exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Flex your left toes towards the earth and press your left heel back. Hold here for your breath in. Exhale, step through low lunge for warrior one. Seal the outside edge of your right foot down. Inhale to rise. Good. Find your alignment here, drawing your left hip back in line with the right. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale to fold over your left leg. Step back, plank pose and flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Holding here for 5 breaths. Focusing on sensations in the body, the sound of your breath. Maybe birds chirping or cars driving by. Stay really present here in the moment. Finding gratitude for your body, for your practice, for your vitality. Hold here for one more breath in. Holding for your breath out. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips, arms lift high. Hold here for one breath in. Exhale to stand, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Coming back to center. Inhale, arms rise up and overhead, breath in. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips. Can you sink into your hips a little bit lower as you rock your weight back into your heels? Reaching your heart back, turn the tailbone down towards the earth, core is strong. Draw your knees together like you're holding a piece of paper between your legs. Deepening your breath. 2 more breaths here, inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine. 1 more breath in. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, straighten through your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms plant, step or hop back, chaturanga. Bending your elbows, hugging them in. Inhale, heart rises. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through for warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold, step back and flow. Even when we start to flow, can you maintain the integrity of every pose? Down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through for warrior one. Right foot seals down. Inhale to rise. Lift your arms, lift your heart. Square your hips, breath in. Exhale, fold and flow. You know the way home. Honoring your body, staying with your breath. Meeting back, downward facing dog. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, chair pose, heart rises, hips sink. 1 breath here, inhale. Exhale to stand, hands to heart. Inhale, circle your arms up and overhead. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips. Breath in. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms plant, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through for warrior one. Inhale to rise. Find your warrior one. Squaring your hips, bending into your right knee, relax your shoulders. Breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your arms open for warrior two, widening your stance. Right heel to left arch alignment, aiming for a 90-degree bend in your right knee. Traction your right knee open towards your second or third toe. Reach long through your fingertips. Heart stacking over your hips, breath in. Exhale to reverse, reach your right arm up and back, dropping your left palm down your left leg. Breath in. Exhale to tick-tock your arms forward for triangle pose. Straighten through your right leg and bring your right palm inside of your right ankle. Lift your left arm up towards the sky, stacking your left shoulder on top of the right. Reach the crown of your head forward and press your hips back as you draw your right hip underneath your torso. So you're trying to create one solid plane with your body, like you're being squeezed in between two panes of glass. Maybe you send your gaze up towards your left fingertips. Holding here for one more big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, rebend into your right knee, find your low lunge, step back and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet back, downward facing dog. Your inhale lifts your left leg high. Exhale, step it through for warrior one. Lift your heart and rise. Bend into your left knee. Breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Cartwheel your arms wide, widening your stance. 90-degree bend in your left knee as it tractions open. Heart over hips. Deepening your breath. Can you bend in a little bit deeper into your left knee? Inhale. Exhale to reverse. Reach your left arm up and back. Breath in. Exhale, find triangle pose. Straighten through your left leg. Drop your left palm inside of your left ankle and reach your right arm high. Stack your right shoulder on top of the left. You can use your left arm to press your heart open, tractioning your right shoulder back. Reach the crown of your head forward. Reach your hips back as you tuck your left hip underneath your torso, drawing it underneath your body. Deepening your breath, activate through your core. Reach long through both of your side waists, so long through your spine. Shoulders reaching away from your ears. Hold here for one more breath. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, bend your left knee, low lunge, step back and flow. Meeting back, downward facing dog. Good. Let's take a breath here together. Inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale. Ha. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips. One breath in. Exhale to stand, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, circle your arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. This time, inhale to your tippy toes. Then wave your spine forward to plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, belly button to spine. Hold here, breath in. Then we're going to transition to side plank. Ground into your left palm. Roll your right hip to stack on top of the left. Inhale your right arm high. If this is too intense, you can lower your left knee down towards the earth for supported side plank. Wherever you are, lengthening through your spine, core is strong. Can you hug your legs together and press your hips a little bit higher, flexing through your feet? Hold here for 2 more breaths. One more big breath in. Exhale. Next inhale, lift your right leg. Can you step it to the top of the mat? Find your low lunge. If your right foot doesn't make it all the way to the top of the mat, just wiggle your foot up between your hands. Find your low lunge. You're on your left tippy toes. Power straight and strong into your left leg. Inhale, lift your heart for high crescent lunge. Guys, so all 10 toes are pointing towards the front of the mat. Can you straighten into your left leg anymore and then spike up high onto your left tippy toes? Then bend a little deeper into your right knee. Relax your shoulders. Hold here for one more breath in. Exhale, fold over your right leg, step back and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. These vinyasas are optional, or you can always intensify them. Stay with your breath. Once back in downward facing dog, you'll inhale to tippy toes, then wave your spine forward, rolling back to plank pose. This time, you'll ground into your right palm, rotating your left hip open on top of the right. Inhale your left arm high. Flex through your feet, legs straight and strong, or supported side plank, lowering your right knee down towards the mat. Can you press your hips high, creating an arch with your body? Good. Hold here for 2 more breaths in. Pressing high, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Then we'll transition to that low lunge, top of the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg, step it up between your hands. Low lunge, all 10 toes pointing forward. Good. You're on your right tippy toes. Activate your inner thighs. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your arms high, crescent lunge. Power into your right leg, straight and strong, lifting the back of your knee up towards the sky. Spike up high on your right tippy toes, lifting up a little bit out of the pose for a moment. Then deepen the bend into your left knee and sink. Good. Staying with your breath. Holding here for 2 more complete breaths in. Breath out. Breath in. Exhale and fold and flow. Moving through your vinyasa. Staying active with your breath, with your body. Feeling your vitality. Inhale to tippy toes. Bend your knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle your arms up to stand, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips for chair pose. Good, this time, rock your weight back into your heels and we're going to take a prayer twist. So bring your hands to your heart, lift your heart up into your thumbs, breath in. Exhale to twist your left elbow outside of your right knee. Twisting your heart open towards the right, drawing your thumbs in towards your sternum or your heart center. Reaching your shoulders away from your ears. Can you reach the crown of your head forward, your tailbone pointing back? Deepening the bend in your knees. We'll hold here 3 more breaths. With every exhale, maybe deepening that twist, sending your gaze up and over your right shoulder. 1 more breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Release your palms down towards the earth. You can take ragdoll here, or maybe clasping for the nape of your neck, just letting your head hang heavy. One more breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, chair pose, lift your heart. Rock your weight back into your heels. Draw your legs together, turning your tailbone down towards the ground. Breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift your heart up into your thumbs. Holding here, inhale. Exhale to twist. Left elbow or right elbow outside of your left knee this time, finding your prayer twist. Draw your thumbs in towards your heart center as you spiral your heart open towards the left. Reach your shoulders away from your ears as your crown of the head reaches forward and your tailbone reaches back. Deepen your breath and hold. 3 more big breaths here. Maybe sending your gaze up and over your left shoulder. Deepen the twist as you exhale. 1 more breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Take ragdoll, any shape, forward folding here, either clasping your hands at the back of your head or grabbing for opposite elbows. Slow down your breath. Smooth and even inhales and exhales. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release your palms towards the earth. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, palms plant. Step or hop back, move through your Vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Once back in downward facing dog, just lower your knees towards the earth. Preparing for camel pose. So your hips are you're going to stand on your knees. Your hips are stacking directly over your knees and stand tall. Then we'll start with placing your palms on your sacrum or your lower back with your fingers pointing down like you're going to stick your hands in your jean pockets. So broaden across your collarbones and lift through your heart. Turn your tailbone to point down towards the earth. Can you lengthen through your spine, drawing the crown of your head high? And then instead of focusing on reaching back, can you focus on reaching up? Draw your shoulders back and down, draw your elbows together, and as you lift up through your heart, lift up through your sternum, then maybe your chin starts to lift. When you can't lift up through your heart and your chin anymore, you start to reach back, tucking your tailbone down towards the earth, hugging your elbows together. You can stay here or drop your hands down towards your heels, cupping the palms of your hands on your heels with either your toes tucked or untucked. Untucked toes intensifies your camel pose, but keep lifting up through your heart and breathing. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, breath out. 1 more breath here in. Slowly start to roll up, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Sink your hips. Slowly back and down towards your heels. Take a child's pose. Moving slowly as you unwind. Take a breath here in child's pose. Then we're going to lift back up into camel 1 more time. So when you're ready, inhale, come to stand on your knees, heart lifts. Start with your hands on your sacrum, drawing your elbows together, lifting up through your heart, lifting up through your chin. Maybe you just stay here or you drop back into whatever shape you took in the first round, or maybe you deepen the pose this time. If it was too intense, maybe you tuck your toes under so that your heels are lifted a little bit. Deepen your breath. Holding here for 3 more breaths in and out. One more breath in. Exhale. Inhale to rise, tucking your chin slowly in towards your chest. Taking child's pose, sink your hips back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale lifts your heart and then just roll over onto one hip or the other and come to laying on your back for bridge pose. Once you're on your back, bend your knees and draw your heels in towards your glutes. Reach your fingertips forward and keep drawing your heels in towards your butt so that they graze your middle finger. Toes are pointing straight forward, hips width distance apart. Then start to press into your feet, lift your hips high. Good. You can rock your shoulders under your heart, clasping your hands under your back. Once you've lifted up, don't look around, but draw your heart towards your chin and your chin towards the sky. Press the clasp of the hands down into the ground as you press into your feet. One more big breath in. Exhale, release your palms and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Then we're going to take a second round. You can either take another bridge pose or we'll transition into wheel. So for wheel, your feet stay the same. They're hips width distance apart, toes pointing straight forward, but draw your hands back to plant next to your ears. You want to draw your knees in and your elbows in so that your knees or your elbows don't splay wide. And then first rocking up onto the crown of your head, minimal weight in the crown of your head. Pressing into your palms, then start to straighten through your arms, straightening, reaching your hips towards the sky. Good. Draw your elbows in, your knees in. Maybe you press into your feet to press your heart back. Straightening through the arms and breathe. Two more big breaths here. In. Holding breath out. Breath in. Exhale, release and lower all the way down to the ground. Can walk your feet mat width distance apart and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then we're going to lift up into boat pose. Whenever you're ready, come back through center. Inhale to lift. You're balancing on your sit bones. Clasp behind the backs of your thighs and lift your heart high. Your shins can stay parallel towards the earth, or maybe you start to straighten through your legs. For this first round, let's take easy boat. So keep your hands clasping behind the backs of your thighs and use this clasp to lift through your heart, broaden across your collarbones, shoulders back and down. Play with straightening through your legs, pointing with your toes. So point your toes and then point your feet and then flex your toes. Belly button to spine. Hold here. Breath in. Exhale to release. And then we'll lift back up into boat pose. So we're going to move through that same boat sequence that we did in week 1. So we'll take 5 breaths in boat, and then you'll plant your hands down and hover your hips up off the mat. So inhale, extend your fingertips forward, shins parallel towards the earth, or if you can straighten through your legs, keep your heart lifted, take out any curve in your spine, especially your lower back. 3 more breaths here, in and out. Big breath in, breath out. 1 more breath in. Exhale, ankles cross, plant your hands, press into your palms. Can you lift your hips off the earth? Your hands are pressed down towards the earth next to your hips. Then lower your hips back down. Inhale, lift up, boat pose. Balancing on your sit bones, 5 breaths. You got it. Stay with it. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Hands plant next to your hips. Cross your ankles. Lift your hips up off the earth. Press into your palms. Rock your heart forward. Can you lift up? Exhale, lower, lift up, boat pose. Round 3. 5 breaths. Good. Deepen your breath. Lift up through your heart. One more breath in. Hands plant next to your hips. Cross your ankles. Press into your palms. Lift your hips. Hover them up off the earth. Exhale, release. Lift back up. Boat pose, round 4. We're almost done. 5 breaths. Good. Sit tall. Last breath in. Hands plant next to your hips. Cross your ankles. Lift your hips up off the mat. Exhale, release. Last round, boat pose. 5 breaths, and we're done with boat. Feel your vitality igniting here, right now. One more breath in. Hands plant, ankles cross, lift your hips, hover. Exhale, release, and lower down. Good. You can extend your legs out in front. Maybe shaking out your legs, bounce your knees up and down on the mat. Good. Then we're going to come into a seated wide-legged splits. So just open your legs out towards the side, flexing your toes towards the sky, maybe inching your hips forward. For this first version, you'll keep your heart lifted. So can you lift up through your heart and reach your hands out in front? Crawl your hands forward, but keep reaching your heart forward, releasing your hands down towards the earth. Keep lengthening through your spine, drawing your heart forward, flexing your toes. Hold here for one more breath in. Hold for your breath out. Inhale to rise. Reach your arms up and overhead. Reach up, gaze up. Then we're going to forward fold this time. So can you reach your hands for your feet? Forward folding. Maybe you inch your hips forward even a little bit more. Then relax your head and neck down as you fold. Keep flexing through your toes. Two more breaths. Inhale, slowly lift your heart, release any bind. Then roll onto your back. Drawing your legs together, then draw your knees up and in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a hug. You can rock from side to side. Then reach your arms inside your knees, grabbing for the outside of your feet for dead bug. Lengthen through your spine, rolling your tailbone down towards the earth. Pull your feet and your knees closer towards the ground, knees drawing in towards your armpits. Smooth, steady breath. One more breath in. Exhale, release your feet. Then wrap your arms back around your shins. Give yourself a hug. Drawing your knees in towards your chest. Then you'll hold on to your right knee. Extend your left leg down towards the earth, all the way down. Draw your right knee up and in towards your right armpit. Then we'll take a supine twist here. Cross your right knee across your body. Use your left palm to guide your right knee down and open your right arm out towards a T to the side. Turn your head to the right and close your eyes. One more breath here, in. Exhale as you unwind. Draw your right knee back up and in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze towards your right armpit. Then release it down to meet the left. Then you'll draw your left knee up and in, clasping around the front of your left shin. Squeeze it in towards your left armpit. Exhaling as you twist your left knee over to the right. Right palm guides your left knee down. Open your left hand out to the side in a T. Turn your head to the left and close your eyes. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind. Give your left knee a squeeze. Then lengthen it down to meet the right. Letting your feet flap open at the end of your mat. Your palms can rest away from your body for your final relaxation. Return to your natural breath. Relaxing every muscle, bone, ligament, and fiber, letting them release and melt, grow heavy. When we do what we know to be right and true, we're revitalized and renewed right where we live. Please allow yourself as much time as you need to receive all the benefits of this practice. Shavasana.